Hey, what's up, people? Absolute Beast here. So, this is a series of races. First of all, this 458 sounds incredible. I'm just going to let you listen to it for just a moment. Of course, I'll do it when I get back on the turn after this turn and thing. So, thank you guys for being here to check out this video. This is just going to be a collection of Ferraris that I'm racing. I was trying to get an achievement, and so I just raced a collection of Ferraris. So, this is about, like, 8 or 9. So, check out this thing. Listen how good this sounds. Oh, that sounds epic. And I just wrecked the bumper on $1 million car. Anyway, what's up, guys? First off, I want to say thank you so much. I reached 100 subscribers, which is pretty sick. I'm a very pessimistic person, so it's hard for me to find the good in things, usually. But I'm super thrilled that I reached 100. I'm glad because I started from nothing. I didn't even watch when I created this channel a couple years ago. I'd never even watched YouTube videos, really. Like, I mean, obviously I had seen them, but it was not even a part of my weekly or even my monthly routine. So, to think that I started from that, and now I'm here at 100 subscribers. Now, I did take years break, but, within the last few months, this sort of ramped up, and I'm just super grateful that I'm here, and thank you guys for checking this out. So, little talk today about Forza 7 at Gamescom, which Gamescom was earlier today for me. And so it is now official. I have an Xbox One X pre-order. For those of you that saw the Gamescom, they're doing a special version of the console called the Scorpio Edition, which is going to have a little Scorpio insignia on it, little Scorpio like green badge on the console, and then also on the controller, similar to like a Day One edition. Honestly, I don't know if I'm that crazy about that. I kind of like the cleaner look of just the regular Xbox, but it'll be nice to have that. It's kind of insignificant on the console itself, and then it comes with a stand. I was hoping it would come with like a bigger hard drive, like a 2 terabyte, but can't have everything you want. So anyway, Forza, I watched the whole Gamescom thing, and they had an interview with the guy from Forza again. Forgive me because I can't remember his name, but had an interview with him, and he did a lot of talking. So I'm actually going to read from this article that's on ForzaMotorsport.net, just so I can get really all the points kind of covered. So he basically talked about Forza 7. There's just some new stuff, kind of touching on things that we kind of already know. But so yeah. So first of all, if you link this article, getting ahead of myself, I will link this article in the description. But if you check out the car that's at the top of the article, that is such a sick car. It looks like a 60s Grand Prix car, but it's got the exhaust coming out of the top of the engine. Like, that just looks so sick. So I'm going to be reading from it, and then I'll kind of break down some parts that I think are interesting. So it says, today, during Xbox Gamescom Live, we talked to our fans about our commitment to bring all PC players a world-class racing experience with Forza Motorsport 7 for Windows 10 PCs. We unveiled the game's PC spec, with an approachable wide range of hardware configurations and a massive list of more than 30 supported peripherals. We also announced that for the first time ever, fans will be able to play the Forza Motorsport 7 demo on Windows 10 PCs prior to the game's release. So, those of you that play Forza Motorsport will know that the last few years they've had a Forza Motorsport demo. Now, let me take that back. I don't believe they had that with 5, because that was a game. Well, they might have, but that was a game that it was a launch title, so it wasn't like something that they could do. But they like to release demos, and so basically what the demo is like one car, one track. Last year, or 2 years ago, excuse me, with Motorsport 6, it was the Ford GT on Rio de Janeiro Grand Prix circuit, which was really fun. And so they basically are saying that they're going to be doing that this year again, and then they're going to be bringing it to the PC, which would be cool. So I'm going back to the article here. So at Turn 10 Studios, PC gamers are a top priority, and as such, we've invested significant time to ensure Forza Motorsport 7 offers the best possible experience on Windows 10 PCs and is accessible to millions of more players. Together with our state-of-the-art Forza Tech engine, both Forza Motorsport 6 Apex and Forza Horizon 3 helped us quickly learn what's needed to create a successful PC racing game, such as support for a wide range of PC setups and racing wheels. Since Horizon 3 launched in September 2016, we've continued to make improvements to the PC version of the game with updates to Windows 10 PC demo that we're also applying to Forza Motorsport 7. As a result, we've built Forza Motorsport 7 from the ground up to be the ultimate PC racing game with native 4K resolution and unlocked frame rate on high-end Windows 10 PCs, Xbox Play Anywhere, and cross-play functionality, which is really cool. That means we're going to get to play against people on the PC, on the Xbox, which is absolutely epic. just for the sheer point of having more people. I've said to people before, my reason that I love Forza so much, sure, you know, Project Cars is more of a simulation. Sure, you know, some of these other games are more of a simulation and are a little bit different. But it's interesting. That was a weird sound glitch. So for me, all I'm interested in are more players. So the more players, the better, because that gives you more matches, more types of matches, more just more variety, and that just makes for an overall better experience, in my opinion, because there's just many more matches instead of just being stuck. Like right now, one of the main problems with Forza Motorsport 6 online is that there's just not very many matches. So there might only be 2 or 3 running lobbies in each class, which is kind of frustrating. You end up being with the same people, and sometimes you don't want to play with them. So that's really cool. So it says crossplay functionality, as well as support for multiple monitors, which is epic, 21:9 displays, which are the ultra wides, and numerous peripherals, plus more than 700 cars and 30 tracks, dynamic skies and weather, all new campaign inspired by real world racing. We're excited to see PC gamers live their motorsport fantasies this holiday and join our community of more than 5 million monthly active players. So for me, that's pretty sick. Like I said, I watched all the interviews and stuff at Gamescom, and that's pretty much word for word what he said. And one of the things that struck me, I mean, this is just the type of stuff that I noticed, but like every single person who went out there, and I mean, they obviously want to do that, but every single person that went out there representing Microsoft or Turn 10 or everybody was just so like talking up their platform and making it sound like everything was so much better than it is. And that's just the world, that's just business, but it just really kind of got to me this time, you know. The guys like, we're not, I mean, you know, exclusives, Xbox is the best place to play exclusive. We have this game and that game, and he listed like 4 games. It's like, bro, I'm a hardcore Xbox fanboy. I love Xbox. And the people at my local GameStop probably hate my guts as much as I called them asking about the Xbox One X and wanting information and double-checking everything. And even still after that, I still almost didn't get the pre-order in. I don't know if that's a story for another day or not. I don't want to trash talk on them, but it was a horrible experience. And I'm not sure that I'll be getting any more things from GameStop, in the future. But they were just hyping up the brand so much. Like, all they were talking about was like, oh, this and that. Kind of like how Forza's been talking about the 700 plus cars. Like, every interview anyone from Turn 10 does, they talk about 700 cars, and it's like, dude, we get it. There's 700 cars. You stop repeating that. Like, it's so weird how that's all they harp on. It's like they waste opportunities to talk about real things in the game because they just keep harping on stuff that we already know. But anyway. So it says, thanks to your support and feedback, here are some of the new features we've added to Forza Windows 10 PC version. Support for a broad range of PC setups. It's designed to run smoothly across a wide range of Windows 10 PCs and performance settings. Not only do we've lowered our minimum specifications to an i5, a 750, which I don't even know what the 750 is. I mean, I've done a significant research on PCs in the last 6 months, and I don't even know what the 750 is. It sounds like an older i5. We've also reduced our minimum recommended specs while still having the game run at a rock-solid 60 frames a second. Even gamers with a Surface Book 4 or other budget-friendly gaming PC can play the game. So it has a couple things here. A recommended quality at 1080p, 60 FPS would be recommended 8 gigs of RAM, an i5, 4460, which would be a generation or two old, at 3.2 gigahertz, or for AMD it'd be an FX 8350, which is something launched in about 2013 or so, I think. Then a GTX 670, which is very old, or a GTX 1050 Ti, which is only $120 graphics card. So that's definitely very budget graphics card. So ideal settings would be under Ultra. The resolution would be 4K, 60 FPS. The recommended RAM would be 16 gigs. An i7 6700K, which is a 2-year-old, almost a 2-year-old processor, 4 gigahertz. AMD equivalent would be a Ryzen 7, and then a GTX 1080 for the graphics card, which would be, you know, a decent PC. That's sort of a mid to high range PC. Definitely not a high end PC. I mean, it's high end, but it's not like ultra high end. And then here we go for Ultrabook and or low settings. It's kind of misleading because they say, you know, it says right here, quote, not only have we lowered our minimum specifications to an i5 750, we've also reduced our recommended specifications while still having the game run at a rock-solid 60 FPS. Even gamers with a Surface Book 4 or other budget-friendly gaming PCs can play the game. Yet when you look at an Ultrabook or low quality, it's 720p resolution, which in my opinion is completely unacceptable. 30 FPS, extremely unacceptable. And still 8 gigs of RAM. You know, you're looking at maybe like 2 to 2.5 plus gigahertz, and it doesn't even have an AMD equivalent or a GPU listed. So, I mean, come on, man. Like, who's going to spend this kind of money on Forza Motorsport 7 to play it on low settings on 720p at only 30 FPS? I mean, honestly, that's a disgrace to the game. And I know that there's people out there who run low-spec PCs and stuff and super budgets, but I mean, come on, man. That's just... You can buy an Xbox One S for $250, and that'll play the game. That'll upscale it to 4K, but it'll play it at 1080p 60 FPS, so that's just weird to me. It says, you know, we created Forza Motorsport to be optimized for a wide range of Windows 10 PCs with options like benchmark mode, which will show you all your different settings and stuff, which is really cool. 21:9 displays. Again, there's the ultra-wide displays. 8x MSAA, which is a graphics setting, and 16 times anisotropic peripherals. You know, every player can experience the game the way they want. And with unlocked frame rate, each race is customized to be visually stunning. So, you know, people who want to run the high frame rates, which is pretty much everybody in the PC Master Race. Thanks to multi-USB support, Forza Motorsport 7 will be compatible with more than 30 gamepads and racing wheels, including every fan-requested wheel on the market. So you've got a 360 controller, an Xbox One controller, the Elite controller, the One S, and the One X controller. And you can even play it on a DualShock 4 from Sony, the PlayStation controller. You can play it on Fanatec, has a bunch here, a CSR, CSR Elite, Club Sport V2, V1, CSL, Club Sport V2.5, which are all wheels. And then you've got some Logitechs, G29, the Driving Force Pro, the G25, the Driving Force GT, G27, the Momo wheel, the G920, and then a real fat list of Thrustmaster, T100, T500 RS, T300 Ferrari, T300 Ferrari GTE, T300 Ferrari International, I'm assuming that means, T300 RS, T300 RS GT, T150, 150 Pro, the TSPC Racer, the TX458, TX Leather, 458 Spider, TMX, TMX Pro, TS Xbox, and then a Mad Catz Pro wheel. So, again, they talked about the support. You know, they talked about, he mentioned the story again about him playing on the Guitar Hero controller and stuff like that, which, you know, as he said, which is something that I've said before, which is that you know, no one's going to be playing on that. It's just showing, you know, how in-depth they went, and they really wanted to make sure that most of the wheels that are out there are going to be compatible on day one. So it sounds like it's going to be a great thing on the PC, which will be their first year on the PC, I guess, and we'll kind of see how that goes. But I'm just super stoked in general. Like I said, my One X is pre-ordered, and I am extremely excited. We're getting real close, guys. We're only, you know, a little over a month away, and it's happening. It is absolutely going down, so I'm super thrilled. Thank you guys for checking out my stuff again. Thanks again for the support. It's been awesome. Make sure you do subscribe if you like my content. I try to bring you thorough, accurate content that's produced the way I would want it to be. And I just really appreciate you guys taking the time to check it out. So make sure you subscribe, check back soon, and check out some of my other videos. Sincerely appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. One take. Whoop!